Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Just so we're aware, I'm keeping tabs on 2 different clocks as you travel towards the possible encounter with Ludinus and your mother.
But why though?
To see how much time has passed and see if we can save her?
Well, based on choices, based on successes, based on failures, I'll be marking one or the other. And you will, in time, maybe discover what one or both are about.
Jeez Louise.
We don't know which one is the dead mom clock? You don't know which one? Okay.
That's my least favorite.
The clocks
yeah.
are ticking. One way or
So are you going to search for this? Just using your connection with Predathos, using your connection with your mother, trying to tap into your kind of Ruidus-born essence? Or are you trying to...
Yes.
Okay.
That.
So for that, I will say go ahead and roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Can I help assist in any way, since I have a little bit?
Because you are Ruidus-born, and for the record, now that you've gotten this deep into the city, when the rest of you have a moment to kind of sit, especially with this moment of tension flaring, you can see this like ever so faint tether of red energy that kind of just drifts between Imogen and Fearne pretty much at all times.
21.
21.
Thank you.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
No worries at all.
My signature.
So as both of you take a moment to kind of focus in, you let your consciousness expand beyond just your physical bodies for a moment, which is a very easy, familiar place for you, something that you're still kind of getting used to, but because you're doing it together, you both kind of share a space. And as you do, you begin to feel like the pulse of the prime pillar, the glass itself, the way the energy flows, and it has a from below and up kind of flow to it. Oof. Oof. And you kind of feel it move through you. As you do, you begin to feel that pull below, ever so faintly. First time for you, maybe, but strong enough for you, that sense of on the edge of toppling. And you feel, as part of that tug, the tug is also trying to draw you there the best way that it can. And as it does that, you feel the direction kind of like something's pulling on your clavicle and kind of just slightly dragging you in this direction, in the direction of the pillar. And you're like, that'll help us get there. So you follow that?
Yeah.
The rest of you follow suit?
Yep.
Okay.
Dang it.
That's
Why?
the bad choice wheel.
I feel like it's the bad choice wheel.
Or is it a good choice?
What is a good direction?
Probably
Left or right?
To shoot into the tower, and we're at the base of the
they were
tower
heading
now?
into, well, you're not quite
We're
sure
on the other side.
where they went necessarily. They went to a...
Oh, God.
It comes for us all, Ashley.
Cool. Cool.
What?
Oh, no.
But you
Oh.
good. No.
Oh, look
That's
at
some-
you.
that's some Tiger Beach.
It's
That is Tiger
find a bad
Beach.
picture of her.
That is not true.
It is
I can
true, it
provide
is
some.
true.
Why are they all on an orange shirt, though?
They're not. They're all different colors.
Okay.
You're not.
Wow.
That is a burnt orange.
Yeah, fair.
It's been with
It's
your
the color,
skin tone,
it's
though.
the color that her shirt was last campaign.
Oh.
So you kind of... What is your formation? Just from aware.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on. Are you familiar?
2 lines.
With the flying V.
Flying bee?
I am, yeah. So with Fearne at the
Yes,
front?
No, with
flying
me at the
V.
front and
front.
Fearne.
I'm behind.
Yeah, behind. She's like in the middle of the V. Like everybody else is a V, and Fearne is in the middle of.
I think I'm familiar with flying V. Laudna behind
Emilio
Orym,
Estevez is
and
my
I'll go
hero.
behind, and then maybe Braius just.
Just on your troop as you
Not
approach.
one pair, not 2 pair, but 4 ones. We got 4 ones. That's 5. That makes 5.
Wait a minute.
Do you like
The buzz.
Do you like that movie?
What is it you bring here?
An escaped assaultant. Called by Ludinus. She wanted to escape her duty.
Make a deception check.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna put on a show like
Take
I'm
a good
trying
one.
to, like
I know.
I'm trying
Like
to.
a real good one.
This is a disaster.
Listen, I'm gonna kick
So you are making. So you are aiding her with this.
Yes.
Okay.
Was that a 1?
That
It's
was-
not, because I'm by you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes.
Halflings, man.
Oh, natural 20! Yes! Why?
He's actually just adding stuff to a grocery list.
Oh yeah. No, I'll get to this on the way home tonight. Like, oh, Taco Bell sounds nice. I'll just go get that. It kind of cocks its head towards you and shifts back to you, and you hear in your head, Fearne. And what makes you so special?
I'm not. I just think I mean, I am so special.
I'm just that thick bitch.
I'm just.
This is
I don't know.
Zathuta's child.
I don't know. Yes, Zathuta is my father.
Prime prize, then.
Ashton, is there a way to get us into the stone or anything?
There's a way to get me in the stone, and honestly, if it comes to that, it's been a pleasure, all of you.
Fucking great.
Amazing.
Flurry.
How long do they have to breathe though? Because they
We're
don't
gonna
have a
find
face. They might not have to breathe.
Well, they have a face.
That's a
it's
tomorrow
just the
problem.
vagina face.
Yeah, but it's like a void face. It's a void face. Do they breathe through?
We're gonna learn so much about them in like a couple hours, but that's a couple hours.
Thanks, Marisha. Now sex is ruined for me.
Okay, you have 2 kids. So no.
Full speed.
Oh, what's wrong
That's
with
a success. That's a success.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Look at him
It's a good wheel.
They both look like Trivia Pursuit pieces. I don't know what's going on.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Theodore. Do.
We are old.
You bet your sweet ass.
Yeah. Alrighty. Your hole, which right now is pretty.
What our hole is
Your
what?
hole's pretty filled. It's pretty. It's kind of at capacity. It's
Filled and stanky.
yeah.
If you've ever left
Clean it out later.
lentil soup out for too long,
Fucking kill me.
Bag of holdings and holes, you know.
That is
It's a foul hole.
Stinky.
Gaping hole.
Come upon one of these caverns to the side, and one of the exposed windows of the prime pillars glass glows. You see dozens of reflections in the chamber to your right, of just enough of a reflection to see eyes, it looks like, in the shattered expanse to your right. You watch as something shifts in the shadow,
Do we recognize the smell? You said it was something familiar.
meaning it smells like rot, decay.
I don't.
And you see movement in the shadow as you kind of hand over the seed. And emerging from the shadow are 3, 6, 12 small Myceits, kind of stepping out, these little fungal folk, kind of half teetering and some wandering out, their shapes different. You can see what the reflection would have been, you thought might have been eyes, are portions of their caps or their exposed fungal bodies that just have kind of like a smooth little knot that itself kind of glistens and reflects. Some of them have what looks like it might be an eye or eyes in places, but they're all just varying shapes, and they all kind of emerge curiously.
Good or bad? Good or bad?
They're good. They can be
I
good.
think they're okay.
We had some nice ones that we ran into earlier, but who knows?
They could have been on another side.
So at this moment, you look, as you're listening to Fearne, you look down, and one's right there, just kind of just like almost ninja cat in front of you, and just kind of looking up at you.
Do they speak?
Can I say in their head? Do you know where the group? The people from the Blue Dream, do you know where they are?
There isn't so much language as there is just kind of an odd mixture of emotion and color, and you get the sense that it It knows where things are happening.
One of them is in danger. We need to help.
About 24 more slowly emerge, and they're kind of like filling up the cavern around you all.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Give him a strawberry.
Do I see anything? We've got some light in there. Do I see like this is a good place to plant something, or is this not?
Laudna had a good idea, and Orym squats down and makes a strawberry using druidcraft appear in his hand. He holds it out for them.
One of them kind of takes it. And 7 of them gather around and kind of look at it. They're all... It takes the strawberry and kind of crushes it up in its hands and kind of smears it on top of its cap.
Oh my god, I love him. Wait, is he a mushroom man wearing a strawberry hat?
Well, it's a mushroom man who's smeared strawberry streaks on the top of its
I
head.
love him.
The 3 other round go like...
Matt, they're too cute. Don't make them turn evil.
There's now 6 other ones that have gathered like expectantly at you.
I give them a blackberry.
Let's slowly maybe back.
They smear on their heads too. More and more are starting to approach and gather towards Orym.
Maybe.
That's probably enough.
I start to move like to the side of the entrance to sort of like clear the entrance a little bit in case any of my friends want to.
No, I want to move on.
Okay,
Anything from?
we can just go.
So as they're having this kind of gathering of Myceits that are swarming Orym, and kind of the odd mixture of like, they're cute and I'm unsettled, that is kind of fallen over the troop, you kind of step past them into the entryway and you see other Myceits that are kind of like coming out of the walls. And you look and there's like, the walls are porous in places. There are like small tunnels, little entryways throughout where they're kind of emerging from. And you get close to one of the sides there, and amongst the rock that's in this space and the occasional little veins of the Ruidian glass, you do see some sort of like a soft, sticky texture on it, and you follow it, and there is the faintest bit of like a mycelium material, like almost like a thin skin membrane that's stretched from place to place that seems to embed itself in the rock in places. And you go towards one of these openings where one of the Myceits kind of runs by, and you look in, and it looks like a tunnel that descends
Use
out
that
of
tunnel
sight.
instead. Straight to the
Dorian.
Yes.
They're tiny though, right? These tunnels are super tiny.
They're small. They're about maybe 3 foot high, about 2.5 feet wide. At least the one that you're looking at now. And also they're all over the different walls coming from different locations. So you get the sense that there is a mass network of these little tunnels and a mass network where these Myceits communicate or maneuver throughout these cavernous spaces.
Can I try to communicate with one of them in their head and
Sure.
ask about the tunnel?
Yeah.
Is there a bigger one that leads down? Down to the cage. Predathos. The heart.
You put the image in its mind of Predathos being a Ruidus born, being an entity that has a connection with the very core of this world. And the Myceit, as it looks towards you, its head shoots up straight.
Oh.
And it grabs your hand and starts pulling you towards the room.
I think these are part of Predathos.
No, maybe he's showing you.
Others kind of begin to gather and look at each other like they're all quietly communicating in an instant. And all of them begin to kind of swarm up around Imogen, and like they get behind her. Make an insight check.
Fungi.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say. Oh, wait. Ooh! I got so excited I broke the chair.
Let's go.
It's happened before.
Oh, it's happening. Is that? I broke it.
It's not you.
Some New Year's
Dear
resolutions.
Santa, can I have a chair for Christmas? Oh, it's so
I can support that cake.
It's close.
Oh yeah, you snapped it down the
I'm
fucking
holding.
leg.
Okay,
You
I'm not gonna
separated that
die.
bitch. Don't let it pinch your butt.
We have a...
Get up right now.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's broken.
It is
It's
very
okay.
broken. We
It's
have
just
it
a
all.
chair.
We have it all.
You got excited.
I got excited.
I think Ashley broke the last one.
Thank you, Santa.
This one.
Thank you, Kale.
This one's going ahead.
You got to get it out. I'm dying to know what you're about to say.
No, it's okay. Everyone's talking. We're all talking together.
No, Robbie, what is it?
Sorry, I can't. I've got a cushion on the way.
The chamber that leads you into descends downward. It's kind of a small, compared to the massive room you were in, a small, like 40-foot wide, kind of descending turn that leads to a a round-ish kind of sphere-like alcove where there are 5 other kind of door-like tunnel entrances. And as you walk inside the lights, you can see there's that kind of stretched bits of like thin fungal film that seems to kind of emerge from some of the holes. And they all kind of, there's one that will likely fit you, and they all kind of go and start pushing you towards the hole. The one's like tugging you, like pulling you into it.
Go down the water slide. Like they're smiling.
It's fine.
It's fine. Y'all are coming too?
Yeah,
We could trust following your lead.
I can
Shall we
always go
going?
a different way.
No, Fearne. You're
Okay.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are we doing this? Are we doing this?
We're doing this.
It just dumps us out right into the.
This could shoots and ladders us like right to
Right to the thing.
right to
Usually
the
8 out of 10
It's like a
times when I
mushroom
listen to a
portal?
mushroom, it goes
Yeah.
very well.
I'm gonna go to one of the little mushrooms.
Imogen,
Different language now.
you have been pushed towards the entry wave here. It's about maybe a little over 3.5 feet tall, like about Orym's height-ish, and like standing, and about 3 feet wide. Kind of mostly circular oval.
Okay.
The smell is strong of that kind of fungal smell. And they're all just kind of like
Is in front
as
of
the
me.
area lights within. The entryway is the size of the tunnel. And it progresses into a downward slope. And what you notice is that kind of that strange fungal film is all across it. It's almost like it's a slime. It glistens ever so faintly.
Slide.
Let's go.
This is gonna be
Let's
great.
go.
penguin's
Slide,
there.
slide.
The
hippity
penguin is
slide.
there. All right, I'm gonna look back at the.
Slide.
I'm gonna turn back to the group.
Let's do it.
Slide.
Let's slide, baby.
And I'm gonna hop in.
You kind of lean down a bit, and before you can even get a moment, the one that's pulling your hand, like, pulls you in and kind of vanishes ahead of you, and the other one's kind of give you a push from behind, and
Oh God!
you are now cruising, like, sliding around, like, luging through this lightless space.
Just going in by yourself?
Your flicker of lights cannot keep up with the speed you're going, and pretty soon you are just rocketing towards shadow. Nothing but the sense of
Good thing I
hot
have my lights. I can
wind.
see. I can see.
You can see what it's like having headlights at the front of a black descent into
You are a
nothing.
Miata.
You all just watch
Park flashbacks.
Imogen vanish into darkness.
No.
No, we're going in Goonies, baby!
Yes.
We're going in.
All right.
Time down here.
It's our time.
All right. All of you one by one begin to push in. I'd say the two that would have the hardest, if anybody, would be the two of you. It can fit you.
Sorry, did I say that loud?
We do have a potion for
You have a
this.
slippy
Takes 1 minute to apply.
Oh, you have to butter
However-
yourself up.
It's fine. I'm totally gonna fit.
So the two of you are the ones left. Is one of you helping the other?
I just I take a little bit of the slime and I like shimmy it around my cake. So I get through. And have my tom tom and my cake.
Do you want to show?
And then go like
Oh, you're just gonna go?
Yeah.
I was going to go last as like a clearing marble.
It's my love.
Now, feet first or head first?
I'm gonna go head first.
Oh yeah.
Action park.
It's more streamlined.
It was me.
You all, one after another, are shooting through this black, slick, lightless tube into wherever the depths of Ruidus it'll take you. I need a.
Okay, this is actually kind of fun.
It's in my mouth. It's in my mouth.
There's
Was there like a 16-year-old Myceits being like, next, next.
there is a moment,
Yes.
Imogen,
Yeah.
where it kind of curves and comes to a bit of a slightly narrower space, and it kind of evens out, and you slow slightly. Get taken out from behind by Laudna as you both now are sliding together, going over a steeper ridge, kind of just shooting down at a very extreme decline. These tunnels are slick at first, and then elements of the walls and ceilings begin to grow more ragged. Bits of exposed rock like shooting by, and you're all having to kind of adjust as you go. At a certain point, your the bottom of the tunnel, you have such an intense speed, and then just air. And then you didn't even see what happened, but you left the tunnel for the moment and caught another one.
Oh my god. Is that my seat still
Also
in
like
front of me
action
that like pulled me in?
You haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh. That was shit.
That's that.
However, the process does bang up a number of you and knock you around, throw you off course for a bit. You end up getting stuck and lodged in at one point, having to push through. And the expediency of this slide ride does, unfortunately, slow things down a little bit.
We thought it was the fast.
A faint bit of light seems to appear below you when you are traveling at one of your fastest speeds below. As you feel the air rushing past and you see the light get larger and larger, and you look like you're about to impact what looks like hard floor.
I want to use a sorcery point and key point and fly.
Okay. You emerge and kind of arrive into a fairly decently sized subterranean opening, a cavern with stalagmites hanging from below, and the area where you have impacted, you could see the ground itself has a spongy growth where it would be. Slowly impact this kind of like spongy cushion of fungus material that kind of like takes the brunt of your impact and bounces you about 10-15 feet before you kind of land on your feet if you catch yourself in time.
This is awesome.
That was sick.
That was great.
That was so
I
fun.
light up my orbs so we can see
Your
what
orbs
the
light up,
fuck's around us.
and you can see there are the handful of Myceits that had probably gone in before you went down, the one that pulled you in, and then a number begin emerging from behind where you were, like a distribution tunnel that is like filling a factory floor. You just watch as dozens of Myceits are now following suit behind them. They're kind of like piling up at the bottom, almost like filling it up before they begin to disperse a bit and follow. But you now have like a small cluster of Myceits that are kind of following you here. That smell that you picked up in the cavern earlier when you began to step over to the side is extremely strong here. You do also see that kind of stretched bit of kind of fungal film is much denser here and covers probably about 40 to 50% of the exposed rock and glass that exists. You can see like pulsing bits of the Ruidian glass in proximity, not actually part of the prime pillar you know of, but kind of pulsing at the same pattern, but are obscured slightly with this film, giving it almost like a faintly opaqueness to its glow. And the cavern opens below. You can see there's like a little bit of like a pool of some sort of liquid that kind of sits about 20 feet beyond where you all landed.
Do the seed.
I'm doing the seed. Yeah, I'm
Drop it in.
planting the seed.
Just drop it in.
Yeah, we put the seed.
It's
I put
moist
the
down
seed
here.
into the water, and
You place the seed into the water. You put it towards the edge of the water and kind of place it in there. As it settles in, the tendrils suddenly strengthen at incredible speed, darting towards your hand. And as the seed leaves your grip into the water, the now what looks like 12 different long, thin, kind of somewhat tattered-looking tethers of fungus like all converge and pull the seed from the water where it was, and it kind of just dangles, all of them kind of holding it in the middle of the air there. And you watch it kind of like turn, almost like it's inspecting it or shifting it in the air.
How do these tendrils work? Are these tendrils...
Yeah, are they coming out of goo in the ceiling, or is there an entity
Do you
above?
expand your light in the chamber?
Yeah.
Dark vision, 60 feet. I look up.
I rage.
You look up, there's no singular entity, but you see the entire ceiling is just clusters of this similarly colored fungus as to the Myceits, though less kind of solid and, quadrupedal, I guess, or bipedal. Just kind of all shifting and moving, and you can see elements of it, like the strips are kind of coming free, like it's unfurling slowly, like vines that are going to dangle down, kind of like feelers. But you don't see a singular source. It continues, like these little clusters of fungus all across the ceiling that are all connected by these long stretched tethers.
I'm gonna go over to the water and just sort of
Do you see a exit?
dip my toe in, just to see what will happen.
Okay. You dip your toe into the water, and it feels cold, like same general temperature as the air here, which is warmer than just outside the cavern. Like there's the presence of this Fungus kind of gives a bit of a warmth to the air.
What
as
if
well as-
Predathos is just a big bunch of mushrooms? This is
Nice.
Predathos.
Nice.
But nothing seems to react to you touching the water at all.
Tendrils don't shoot down and prevent me from touching it?
No.
Okay, so it's specific to the seed.
Yep.
But as the seed's kind of held up, you can see the tethers are kind of like almost, I wouldn't say caressing it, but like feeling it, like touching it, learning it through touch, almost like it's turning it in its hand. Where it touched the water, the seed, which had been kind of a solid, hard object, there's one little expansion where it touched the water, like the tiniest bit of a root or something that had broken through. Watch this happening, and all the Myceits that have gathered around that are all now focused on whatever it was that is now being held, this seed that they don't fully understand. It's just being kind of held from this, like, 20, 30 feet of extended, stretched vine-like tethers of fungus kind of holding and turning it in space. You reach down, take the water, and splash it just as like the Myceits see you move in that direction and kind of like shift almost to reach for you as you do. The water splashes in the seed, and you watch as these odd capillary-like yellow-green roots begin to emerge from it, and some kind of like begin to reach up into the tethers. Braius, you step into the water and get about waist deep. Your feet, it's like stepping into a very thick, like a pond sludge at the edges where the mud itself is very sticky, and your boots, especially with your armor, kind of sink in. And you kind of like find a point where your feet aren't really moving. And then you feel the ground kind of crawling around your boots and up your armor. The rest of you watch as Braius all of a sudden starts lifting out of the water. And you watch as the water begins to like overflow and spill out into the chamber as a core pillar of this odd purple, red, black fungus seems to like invert out of the center of this pool, and is like, Braius is now almost thigh deep in whatever this is.
Quicksand?
You're now kind of lifted about 8 feet in the air at this point before it kind of stops, and it kind of just holds you there with little fungus tethers kind of like reaching and slowly crawling, but at no exponential rate, just kind of feeling.
This whole room is shellacked and living organism.
The seed is still kind of turning in,
Okay.
and you... The best I could say is right now, whatever's happening, there is judgment being decided.
What
I
you
have to
got?
speak with plants.
Talk to the plants.
I have to speak with plants.
I don't think fungus is plants.
I don't know. I know.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Grows from the soil.
In the broad spectrum of D&D categories, you can certainly try.
I'll try.
Yeah. Hell
I'll try. I'm just going to try to step forward to where some of the tendrils are, kind of a little bit closer to Braius, and kind of just like hold my hand out.
Okay. You hold your hand out to where you kind of Braius is kind of locked in. The seed kind of being turned over in front of you. The kind of like the occasional bits of exposed Rodian glass kind of just pulsing and glowing, giving light to the space beyond what you've used to kind of light it from within. You reach your hand out and you watch as that pillar of matter, a pseudopod of it kind of emerges and wraps around your wrist and kind of like up your forearm a bit.
Maybe that was a good idea.
And you are connected. You feel a consciousness kind of touch yours. In a different way than how Imogen has spoken into your mind, but you feel like suddenly you can kind of sense the chamber. You can sense all the Myceits around.
I know
You
Kung
can
Fu.
And you can sense the whatever you're speaking to isn't here. It's here.
Hello. How are you? I'm fine. We're just passing through. We don't mean any harm. We just the Myceits are our friends, and we were just kind of
The
sliding.
colors
through.
in your mind shift
Oh,
from the blues and pinks of kind of curious welcoming to a questioning yellow, And the seed kind of is descended slightly towards you, and you get the sense it wants to know why and what.
About the seed? Do you like the seed? Do you want the seed? I can take the seed, and we can go away forever.
Why? What?
Pitch it to him.
Ashton, it kind of wants to know why
I can't
you
hear it.
wanted to
Oh.
plant the seed here.
It's a friend who wanted to explore.
Oh. He was lonely.
He was a
love all
friend who
those
wanted to
things.
explore and see something else.
Yeah, I'll say that. This is just a friend that's lonely and wants a home to explore. Would love to have a new home.
Okay.
From the dream.
Make a persuasion check.
That would mean 33.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I mean,
That's a 20.
Yeah, you can read it.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, we're hooking.
Come on. Okay.
Good omen, bad omen.
One of the numerous alien consciousnesses that call Ruidus home. An entity that you can't begin to understand or grasp its history, its longevity, its true capacity for knowledge or communication. But in this moment, this interconnected moment, you just speak from the mind of something that has known loneliness and convey that memory of your own as the bridge of understanding to this entity. And it seems that it understands very well what it means to be lonely.
I'll just also try and, with my fingers, just try to like twirl some of the tendrils with.
As you do, all the Myceits
Tender.
kind of in unison go.
I love that.
It offers back a sense of emotion as well. A series of dark expanses of misuse, of being taken from its children. You see flashes of the weave mind. You see flashes of an odd limbo that it exists between what is above and what is below. It is aware of what's below. You're uncertain if it has any opinion on it. But it acknowledges what it is you ask and what it is you offer. And as its tendril pulls away from you, the seed is lifted up and embraced within the fungal tethers. And slowly you watch as the expansion of the seeds, green and yellow, root-like reaching pseudopods begin to intertwine and weave with the core of the immediately visible cluster. And then it just comes to a moment of equilibrium. All the other tunnels that had closed off earlier open up.
Color in that blue wheel, baby.
Blue wheel.
Sexy fucking legend.
Oh my god.
God.
I apologize. That was smart.
That was smart. That was smart.
It was dumb. It just worked out well. Justy's gonna owe us so fucking much when we get home.
Okay.
Rocks.
Same roll as last time.
What matters?
You guys have rolled so good. You all kind of scatter on what is now not a chute, but like a smoothed plane of just slightly damp rock. It's like you're skidding a bit across it, but you're also kind of spreading out a little bit, and it takes a moment for you to realize that you're all kind of separating at different points. You can see other tunnel entries coming your way rapidly, and you all begin to try and arrange it before you all continue your path on different slides.
We didn't do so good.
No!
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Uh-oh. One of the
I like
good
the way
ones.
that you said that. I don't appreciate your tone.
I don't appreciate your tone, sir.
Okay,
It's just for how tasty your snacks are.
but I love you.
And I hate you.
19.
Jeez.
Yeah. Navigating the space, even with as dark as it is with your friend's light, it goes pretty quickly. Eventually emerging from the glass, out of the center of the prime pillar, and back into a cavern. And you can hear voices muttering, and a soft, faint weeping. On this platform, you see is a very faint field, like a spherical shell that is encasing a familiar Ludinus who stands there with his hands together and is kind of floating above him, like slowly turning, catatonic it seems, just quietly whimpering, is Liliana Timold. You see figures standing around it. Make a perception check for me. 13. At a quick glance, you see 4 figures that are standing around, that are focused on the 2 of them, wearing vanguard attire. And they themselves, from what you can see along their arms that are exposed from the robes, reddish purple, jagged designs, faintly glowing up their arms, denoting these likely to be exaltants, helping enable this process. Liliana, her hair white, her skin pale, her fingertips crumbling.
There's at least 10 of them in there. We gotta go. Your mom does not look good.
Let's go, man.
From behind us, there's just a faint yellow glow and no sound as Coriolis walks down the path up behind me. And I'll go to Orym and say, it's up to you. Do you want to be a mounted fighter?
Oh, shit. That's dope.
It's hard to pass up.
Put my hands down like this, even though you've got a 30-foot vertical leap.
Gives you...
Probably gives you a quick kiss on the cheek as he passes up and over and onto Coriolis.
Oh.
That was a dad sneeze.
Sorry about that.
There we are.
I just wanted attention.
You got it. You got it.
As the field still kind of slightly shimmers and surrounds Ludinus, who is towards the end of completing this devouring ritual.
So many blues.
You did. And that will come into play into somehow. But the 2 that you failed means you have 3 rounds to set her free.
God!
Whoa. Damn.
That's it? 3 rounds and then she's dead?
Well, that's 4.3 hours.
Okay.
And
we assume that he's trying to kill her.
Yeah, he's sucking her up. And then he will be more powerful.
Braius, you're up with Laudna on deck.
I will run towards the beefy guy.
Okay. What's your movement?
30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get you right there. Here.
And then I will Misty Step to the guy up there.
Up there?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I will swing away with my poison pen.
Let's go.
Okay, one is a natural 20.
It's yours.
Wow.
And the other was a 19.
19 total?
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Both hit.
Okay, both hit. Okay, first one, I'm going to pump in a Divine Smite and also a charge from Poison Pen.
Okay.
Which sprays black ichor all over the place as it swipes through. Ah! And this was the nat 20, so what do I double?
You double all the dice that you roll for it, the pen and the Divine Smite, which was at a first level?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go ahead and roll your first level Divine Smite, which is an additional 2d8?
Yeah.
Yep, plus your poison pen, plus your weapon, and
Oh
then
my
double
God.
out, and then double those
So
dice.
double everything.
51.
51 doubled
Whoa!
plus 7.
109.
What?
Yo.
Okay, so what dice are you rolling for the Smite?
So
Holy
the smite is 2d8.
Correct, yeah.
The weapon is 2d8.
Right, because of your...
And then I did a charge, which is another 3d8.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, but you just spend the charge. Wow. Yeah, that's nasty, and you rolled really well for that. Yeah, you just... You teleport up.
As I swipe in, I say, heads up, it's a full moo.
Amazing. So, as you teleport up, you splatter them. As you do, like, their body breaks in half, and where it kind of is bisected, what would have been blood instead now sprays as black against the rocks. Still left.
He gets to go?
Prospective vessel.
Well, he rolled like shit, huh, Matt?
He rolled really bad initially.
Oh, okay.
He will attempt to use his Crush Will ability.
Was that?
That was once a Liliana ability.
No, he's already gotten an ability from Matthew!
I mean, you drain the power after just a short time. It's the hour that takes it permanently.
If he drains her permanently, do you have to call him mom?
I think that legally he does have to.
No!
I mean, technically, he'll be your mom.
Don't say
Maybe he makes excellent cookies now. She never made
She never
cookies
made
for you.
cookies.
We got 2 rounds.
He's on his turn. He's gonna be like, maybe get to watch each other. Crumble this day. And he puts his hand out, and as he closes his fist towards you, you are stunned until the end
Stunned!
of his next turn.
Oh my god.
You and feel just like he crushes the core of your mind for the moment, and you just hear that endless
Until the
breaking
end of my
his
next
step.
turn?
The end of his next turn.
Oh, that's a whole round.
Took a whole turn away from you.
Also, as a note, the first round has completed. You watch as the tips of Liliana's feet begin to crack and begin to crumble into a powder. Finishing check. 2 of them that currently don't have concentration. I'm gonna mark that here.
All right.
And mark these greens.
I'm so sorry. Did you roll the
I don't.
con save?
Just a skinny.
Oh, and Matt,
Yeah, he's.
just so you know, on their future turns, they can make strength saves to defeat to get
It's
out
been an
of the.
action to get out of it to do it. Though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll say that one of them is.
That's a little bit of something. 15 points of damage.
How do you want to do that?
That's something. That's something.
I'm applauding for my shirt, not the
Because my mouth is so unhinged
Just came out.
from my jaw, I just kind of go like. Shoot Eldritch Blast from my mouth.
He's like concentrating and looking at Chetney. Hears that noise. Goes, what in the?
You know, like those Halloween skills.
Yep. And just gets blasted against the rock and crumples into a pile.
Okay.
Have you guys heard my Ben
That finishes
Folds
your turn.
5 cover band? It's pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely.
Yes, that finishes my turn.
Okay. The Exultant Knight that's still standing.
And like, I want to try to reach out for her, and I know it, but I want to just kind of like shake her and see how she's doing, like put hands on her, and she's just out of it, right?
Yeah, her eyes are kind of rolling back, and you can see like there's like a little bit of blood from the ears.
But she's upright too, right?
I'm up. I'm just stunned.
Yeah, her
just gonna-
flying is like kind of erratic and kind of hovering more than anything.
Mustache on her face.
I'm gonna grab her hand and hold it tight, and just say, "I love my mom too." And then I'm gonna cast a 5th level lightning bolt straight down the chute at all those guys.
Oh, these guys here?
100 feet.
Yeah.
And as I do it, you know, Imogen's got this beautiful purple lightning, and mine's just yellow like this guy. And as he sends it out to him, there's just like a little purple sparkle to it.
Through my stun, you just feel a little bit of squeeze on your hand.
As after he does this to you, he kind of reaches up and pats the side of Liliana's face as she's gasping for breath. She says, "Soon you'll rest here."
If I'm stunned, can I say anything?
It's the end of the turn. You're no longer stunned. You can.
Oh,
that's right.
No longer stunned?
At the end, it's the end of his turn.
Fuck you. Yeah. You're gonna die here.
I know. Not before I finish everything I've wanted to do for so long.
So he gets disadvantage on saving throws.
Correct.
I am then going to, because hopefully we can get it back with our little sphere that Caleb gave us. 6th level spell, disintegrate.
Yo. Okay. With the disadvantage on that saving throw, it was a natural 19, and then a 5.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Holy shit! Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage as you just like barely duck out of the way of this odd pale beam.
Plus 4 is 32 plus 40. What is that?
72.
Jesus.
I can, before you call this, spend a point to empower the spell and reroll some of these ones.
Love it.
Hell yeah, great call.
Better. Okay. 37, 38, 39 plus 4 is 43 plus 40, so that's 83 points of necrotic damage, I think.
Nice.
Please kill him. Please.
How do you want to do
Yes! That's all of them? Is that all of them?
That should be all of them.
That's all of them, baby.
And I think it's
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, my void puppet that I just made like reaches out from the rock and grabs him by the head and like slams it up against the rock and keeps him there as I just beam him with the black necrotic
He's like,
beam.
no, and just atomizes into dark dust onto the ground. You strike towards him, and each time you strike, you bring your weapon back. These little lightning-like veins up his neck, not unlike those you've seen on Imogen. And your brain kind of like blurs for a second, and you swing, and your swing went wider than it ever should have. Angrily, you swing with the other one, and he focuses in once more. They flash in your mind, and you swing, completely missing him again. It's like, what's wrong? Having a hard time concentrating, are we?
Jesus.
Only someone had inspired me.
I want to. Wow.
This has to be your choice. I have an idea. Can you get your mom?
I can try.
All right. I'll use all of my movement. I'll fly over sort of to the right.
60 feet?
No, only 40. Because it's my walking speed with the roots.
Yeah.
And
over here. There.
Fuck, it's never worked this entire fucking campaign.
Come on, give it a
I don't
try.
care. I'm gonna try to cast Force Cage on Ludinus.
Force Cage.
No magic can get in or out. And as I'm
It's separating them? It's not going to include her in it?
It is separating
It might
them.
put
Yeah,
me in there with
there's a way to
That's
do it.
okay.
If you just think of the box and Luda's in the corner.
I think it's
You sure you don't want to trap me in there with him?
it's an hour and I can't drop it.
He will liquefy you.
But
There is no save on this.
It just happened.
And I'm preparing it. I'm like pulling the
He
ruby.
just uses reaction,
He did.
so he cannot counterspell.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Use Force Cage, Ludinus!
Okay.
As the force cage appears, the tether from his harness is severed, and Liliana.
You still have to get her because he can get out. He can roll to get out.
yeah.
So
It's never worked except when it mattered.
it's because last time I've always been doing this. This time I did it like LeBron.
As it appears around him, he goes. And just kind of simmers.
Right next to him.
Save your mom.
Oh man! All right.
Cast telekinesis and pull my mom to me.
Yes.
Let's go.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Oh, shit!
It was instinct.
You pull your mother out of the grasp on the top, and as you drift, kind of pull her forward, she is fragile, like made of paper. She's waifish and gaunt, and on the cusp of expiration, but still here.
Can I use my bonus action to pour my cure wounds into her, to my healing potion into her?
If you want to.
The chalky boy?
That's what I got.
Yeah,
Mom.
that makes sense.
Let's go.
Well, she could be going out.
40 plus 16.
61.
Wow. 61 points of healing. Wow, that's a big healing spell.
Yeah, that's a.
That's great.
That's a.
It's the power of love.
She like comes to and kind of coughs. Now you're in the air still.
Yeah, I'm
You
holding her.
brought
I
her
have her
up to you.
telekinetically
Yeah,
up at
you
me.
pulled her up and she's Imogen. She just looks back at you. How?
You're okay now. You're okay.
She like puts her arms over your shoulders and you can barely feel the strength as they do, but she just kind of holds you there for a second and hangs in your grip. She gets close to your ear and just whispers, I don't deserve you, but I'm so glad you're here.
With my essence of the red moon, can I feel a red tether to her?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
Dead.
Okay. You guys feel weird about it?
That's your mom.
What do you mean you're gonna give her some of your essence?
We're just.
Because I'm gonna.
We've just been
I
playing
know.
this game
I'm gonna
too
try to
long.
give her like
Don't trust anything.
3 of my sorcery points.
Okay.
Does it work?
It does not work.
Okay.
Oh boy.
She just kind of holds you over and pulls you in as tight as she can, but that exultant
that
connection
magic.
is gone. Finishing your turn, Orym, it comes to Ludinus. Just puts his right hand in front and kind of plays with his fingers for a second while his black withered hand with its gold tips kind of clicks at his side. He goes, well, it seems for the time being we have a moment to chat. I figure why not take a bit of time and pontificate amongst ourselves before the end. And that's where we'll pick up. That was. I peed a little. I may have dropped the nugget. It's good.
There's a slow-mo camera of that.
Ashley, careful.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Hey, we got the seed finally. I've been waiting for that shit
Yeah,
forever.
the seed,
That was
great
cool.
work. And what a place to put it. That's a fucking
was
killer
great.
We
there.
smelled something weird and wet and moldy.
That's the place.
so long. What does it do?
It was the all mine seed.
All Minds Burn.
All mines burn.
But what does it do?
And we
We'll
don't
find
know.
out.
The
So
all
the
mines
All Mine
burn just
make the
asked if we would
Plant it
plant her on
Yeah.
Ruidus.
It more or less when you met the core of the All Minds Burn, which is its own kind of odd sentient fungus entity that exists in Marquette, it connected with Imogen and saw kind of her memories of being of Ruidus and all these of seeing kind of what this alien space looked like via her dreams and everything, and wanted to see what it was like to start a spawn elsewhere. And so you have
Mine asks a
They're
favor.
gonna
you
be-
fucking do.
Yeah. You fucking take that mark, man.
I love the Myceits.
The Myceits
Exotic
are
vibes of the
so
Myceits.
Oh, we're so great.
This
cute.
time was so strong.
I was
Would
so
you-
nervous they were going to attack us. I was like, I
started
don't
getting
want to.
evil, I kept getting the Adventures of
I
Young
know.
Sherlock Holmes like pastry.
I was like, they're gonna turn
vibes.
bad.
It was like,
They're
oh,
gonna
this is getting
turn bad at any
And the
moment.
slip and slides, that was
So
so fun.
cool.
Does it ruin it for you for the little guys if I tell you that the flowering part of a mushroom is actually the fungus's sexual organ? So
Really?
They're,
Makes it
so
even
they're
better.
just little
Little penises.
Little walker pee-pee.
Yeah.
That better work.
No, that's
No,
better.
that's
It's
so much better.
better. It's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Mushroom clear for like 5 years, man. It's
all
all
over
good.
their dick tip.
Well,
At
whatever
this
gets you
table.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smash that strawberry.
We just
Or we
gotta-
just
Thousand
leave him and
years
go.
old. He can just
Should we just start stacking
leave him and
boulders
go.
on top
or
of
just
it?
go.
Oh my
Try
god.
to get Predatus out without it.
More weight.
Wait,
It's Giles Corium.
Oh,
He would be there to see it.
that would be so epic if we just ditched him and went and tried to free Predathos. Like,
Be like,
We should talk.
Why did we say that here?
Where are you going? Stop!
Let's weigh that
Wait,
carefully.
but I have a whole monologue.
Summer vacation, bye!
That would be
Evil, I promise.
incredible.
I mean,
I guess
it
we'll see
is.
what happens next
yeah, how
time.
mad.
But he can teleport out.
yeah.
Matt, great job, man.
Rocks fall.
Yeah.
Every wizard dies.
And this was the
But
last
I could
fight
just
of the
keep stacking
campaign.
them on top of the forest cave.
Oh yeah, no, we're done now. Yay.
Cooking.
We'll never know what happened.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
All right, we'll pick up on this next time, y'all.